And we're back once again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Jesus, here with Millennial Madman and my co-host, Jose.
What's up, party people?
And Nigel.
I'm a ping pong ball again.
Yeah, ping pong ball again, because guess what? Can anyone take a guess? Jose, you want to take a guess why is a ping pong ball again?
Is there an MFA situation going on?
Exactly. I don't know what's going on.
Exactly.
I don't know. So let me go ahead. I tried to, I guess, I don't know if there's a way to resync your authenticator, because that's the issue. And it's the Google authenticator. So I've had too many issues with that dang authenticator. Don't use it. Use something else. Brought to you by Nigel. Mm-hmm.
This has been a PSA.
It's been an ongoing problem since last year.
It has been.
It's
always since 2023, hasn't it?
I think it's just, I don't know, something to do with Google syncing with other people's freaking MFA bullcrap. I don't know what it is. I don't know the coding or nothing like that. So, and I don't want to know. So maybe I kind of do, because maybe I can freaking fix it. But you know, that I don't know if I want to dedicate that.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. But anyway, just to kind of, cover the elephant in the room here. We've been gone for quite some time. That's partially on me. I just had a newborn back in May, so been on a bit of a hiatus because of that, scheduling conflicts and whatnot. But we're back in studio, getting everything kind of run of the mill again. So just kind of cover what happened, round everything up with 2024. What exactly did happen? We had a couple of things, a few shocking things actually that's happened. I think one of the biggest things, Jesus Christ, never thought I'd ever see this in my lifetime, but several assassination attempts on former President Trump.
President Trump.
Well, yeah. Yeah, At the time, former president, then now yes. President-elect. Yeah. He's running for presidency again. Yeah. But my point being is that we've heard of the attempted assassinations. One successful, unfortunately, against JFK, right? And then there was Ronald Reagan, and then Teddy Roosevelt, right?
That was a long time.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. My point is, we've read about this, we've learned about it in our history, we've seen the documentaries. Never have I thought I would ever actually see it.
Exactly.
Yeah. We're living in the moment.
Yeah. Live in the moment, right? It's just wow. Just kind of puts everything in perspective there for you a little bit,
Oh yeah, no.
Love him. Yeah, I mean, love him or hate him, that's it's still
that was huge.
Well, now president. Yeah, it's freaking huge. Yeah, president of the free world.
You guys see what's going on in California?
Currently on fire in Southern California. Yeah, the California wildfires. If they're wild,
I got a buddy over there that lives there. I messaged him a while ago. I messaged him. I think. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it's just spreading like butter, dude.
I agree with you. Yeah, and apparently they just don't stop. No, I texted my buddy that lived out there in California. I asked him, I was like, "Hey, man, are you good?
He all right?
Are you safe?" And he's like, "Those fires are right next to me, man." He's like, "But we're good." It didn't make me feel better. I was still like, okay. I was like, that doesn't. I know you're safe, but still, man, the fact you said that.
He didn't try to joke it away and be like, yeah, now I've got a whole new Smoky Joe's right next door.
Right? And he's like, there's been barbecues every night, man. It's insane.
Oh my God.
Air quality is terrible. Right?
Well, this is more so towards the
worst air quality currently.
There's that, but obviously people have done more in-depth dives and whatnot into it, and there's obviously policies in place and whatnot, especially with the water rights and stuff. And then not only that, but California's been in a drought for I don't even know how long, years at this point. I'm sure you guys saw that news article whenever the fires came out. They said that there was some it was a reservoir that was all dried up, and it was offline.
Yeah,
and I was
it's been under construction since February.
Since February
of last year.
Oh my God.
And it's still not finished. And it's still empty.
Oh.
So, I mean, there's stuff like that, man. There were so many things that contributed to it.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of people did better research than obviously I do. So, I mean,
it is unfortunate. It's sad. Yeah, it's sad. It's unfortunate. hopefully, praying that whatever your stance is with the state,
control.
just get that shit under control. Just pray everyone is safe moving forward. I know they've already had some loss of life from what I read recently. So
last I checked, it was, or last I heard, it was like 10 people or more.
Yeah,
I don't know what the number is now, but
I'm sure that there, as the information comes rolling out, we'll start getting new numbers and stuff. More accurate calculations. Hopefully, that's the end of it. There's no more.
Yeah,
it's just minor injuries. I at best, or at worst, I guess you would say. But yeah, I mean that's pretty wild with the wildfires in California. Another thing that happened, I don't know if y'all remember this. I know any of y'all other millennials out there, anyone that's ever seen the show Friends, Matthew Perry passed away.
Chandler.
And he was, I mean, the guy, let me see, because he died at the age of 54.
54, right?
Yeah. And to me, man, that's
young.
He's still young.
You're still young.
That should be considered young.
Yeah. That's still young. He still had plenty of life left in him. We don't know a lot of information. Quite frankly, I haven't delved any further into it because I would imagine that obviously family and friends don't want that out in the public for whatever reason. Just know that, fan favorite has passed away. And I remember they had a special actually where like the old cast got together and saw the old, like they still had the show. Yeah. But they still had the whole like setup for where they did the show in the studio. It was just all covered over and they uncovered it. It's the same way it was when they shut it all down. Nothing was moved.
They preserved it. Perfect.
Yeah.
Show was good. Don't touch anything. We might reboot it.
Yeah, dude, awesome show. It was such a great show growing up. Now, another thing that I thought was pretty cool, only because I'm not a fan of Taylor Swift. There's this guy. I don't like her music. I'm sorry. I'm not a Swiftie. I'm not a Swiftie.
There's some. I can appreciate good music when I hear it. I'll agree that there's some good songs that she has. But am I Swiftie?
Not a single one in her?
Do I like? No, not at all. I was like,
don't even try to lie to yourself. Don't even try to fucking lie to yourself.
I enjoy music. That's it. I enjoy good music.
Generally, broad spectrum. Yeah, broad spectrum. That one, unfortunately, falls outside of my spectrum. Just
gotcha. It's all subjective.
Way down here.
Oh yeah. At the end of the day, all subjective. Really. But what happened?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, there's this one gentleman that just was even more or less of a fan than I of Taylor Swift, that he went so far as to go to an auction and purchased a signed guitar of hers for $4,000. And then immediately, as soon as they handed him the guitar, proceeded to destroy the fuck out of it right in front of everyone.
I guess,
on stage or on the auction.
Yeah,
on the auction on the floor. Yeah.
Again, man, like to my point of it should never reach that point. That's money you just lost.
Well, yeah.
I guess it was not that big of a loss. It was worth it. I know. I'm just saying to him.
Car.
I was thinking more so in the long term.
No, for him.
Once it passes away, that money's gonna, it's gonna be more valuable. That's how I was thinking about it. But you destroyed that. You destroyed it by
So you destroyed any potential of it, like receiving any more value than what it was at that time. But the thing is that that's $4,000 fucking dollars. Like that's a lot of, to me, that's a lot of money. Like I make decent cash myself now, but
that's nothing.
Well, yeah, but
in 10 years
that's like the new $400 now, right?
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
No, I think the guy was just a guy with a lot of extra cash. Want to
send some
kind of message. I wish I was a guy with a lot of extra cash just to fucking drop 4 Gs like that just to destroy whatever the fuck I bought.
Yeah, exactly. Who's just trying to send a message?
I think that's something happened.
Rich people send messages.
Something happened. Yeah.
Something happened.
It was personal with that guy. It was very, very personal. He angrily loathed Taylor Swift.
Regardless, I mean, that's going to be good. Yeah. I mean, things with signatures usually. Oh man.
Well, I know there was another thing that a lot of people seem to care about. Now, that's great.
One of those Lily Phillips guys.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I gotta be honest with you. No, I don't. I don't know these names you speak of.
Well, Lily, she went viral recently because she's an OnlyFans model in the UK.
Then I should know her.
You should.
Maybe let me just take a look.
She had this challenge where she had sex with 100 men.
Oh, okay.
I heard about this.
I know what you're talking
That's
about.
another thing that happened in 2024. My wife told me about that one, and she was crying because she said that she was crying because she regretted it, and then like the next day she's like, my new goal is to hit 1,000 by the end of next year.
That was 100, I think. That was 100 people.
She did 100 in a day.
In a 24-hour time span. Yep.
Yeah, I think she tried to do. Yeah, she tried to.
She wants to do 1,000.
Yeah, because she wants to break the world record now. Because the world record is 919.
Why? Oh my god!
Set in a day, and that happened in Germany, I think, like 20 years ago or something.
Why?
How is that even mathematically? Like,
how does that set? Like how does that? You gotta have 919.
How is that sanity? Oh yeah.
2 pump chumps.
Unless she's like timing them, like she got them like on 60 seconds a dude.
I think she did. I think didn't she time them last time?
Yeah, she said
like
5 minutes.
I know who you're talking about. I heard more about that. Yeah,
that's all you get with her, and she got 101 done.
How old is this woman?
She's like 23 or something like that.
She's gonna be ruined by the time she's 24.
What?
She's already ruined.
She's what?
She's like 23 years old.
She was born after the year 2000.
Well, you talking about 101 in one day? She's trying to do 1,000,
and now she wants to do 1,000. God. Yeah.
I don't want to think about this anymore, dude.
I'm gonna be sick. My stomach.
Have you seen the documentary?
No. I just heard about it. I heard about it. My wife told me about it because she heard about it on a podcast, and now I'm hearing about it.
It was more bearable by word of mouth, like I don't want to.
Unintended.
I don't want to. Now that we're talking about it more and more, I'm just going like, this is just
word of mouth.
How is this even sanitary here? Like that's what I'm thinking.
Dude, if you saw the room after the 101 guys, the aftermath inside that room, I mean, you don't ever want to be in that room. Ever.
There's no way. If you're
Did they finish?
We're already talking about it, man.
They finished everywhere. They finished everywhere. Dude, it was like a war zone. There was condoms everywhere. There was stains everywhere. It probably smelled horrible. And the guy who made the documentary walked in, and there was like his cameraman started gagging.
Why are they making a documentary about that? That's the other thing, man. Like, what the fuck? How is it so interesting that you need to make a fucking documentary over this
clearly
shit?
it was.
Just post it on fucking Pornhub for the world to fucking see. And we could just see, like, right then and there, like, everything we need to know. That's it. Just make it uncut. Oh my god!
Yeah.
I can't
documentary. Like, what do you have to? What are you thinking in your mind when you think about like I'm gonna? I just don't get it.
It's hard not to laugh at Nigel because I know he's really pissed about this, but then when I look at his face, he's just all smiles.
No,
that's right. Yeah, face.
I'm not happy about this. I'm not. I'm just trying to wrap my head around it. It doesn't make any
101 dudes in like 8 hours.
Oh my god!
Think she was sore afterwards?
Yeah, I think that is beyond that level. Probably black and blue from it.
Yeah, she got beat up. Not in a bad way. I'm just saying.
The only thing that I could think of that this has caused is freaking a whole new form of STD just created. That's the only thing I can think of, like a super STD.
A documentary cover that? Did they kind of like worry about it? Did they probably get in depth with it with their medical expertise? Like they called the medical expert. What is this gonna cause?
She said she passed everything.
Okay. After
that, she's good. After
she didn't.
You're gonna have to.
She didn't test. She didn't test them all before the session. She didn't test anyone before the session.
I think not all. Well, let's be honest here. I'll be honest. I think before doing that, she would have checked him.
You would have to.
But it's kind of hard to check 101 people.
You're making a documentary over this. You better.
She was making OnlyFans content. Somebody else made the documentary.
Yeah, and
while she was doing. And that's
regardless, man.
How we all know about it.
They gave her pointers, like make sure they're all healthy people.
They did.
You don't regret your decision later. Not like you don't already regret it now.
She's saying she's all enthusiastic about it, like Jesus mentioned. She wants to break the world record now. She wants to go hit 1,000.
Maybe I'm the crazy one, you know?
Yeah, I know. Are we the ones that are insane, or because like she makes it sound like this is like a normal thing to be done?
This is not a normal thing.
To her, I think she believes,
Well,
this is like a whole new level of clout seeking, is what this is. That's what that sounds like to me.
I don't know.
Right?
Maybe it's something. It's probably not clout seeking. It's
think about it. Think about it. Just think about it for a second. People. As soon as social media became a thing, people try to become like the next viral video, right? So they start doing all this crazy, stupid shit. It's like, oh man, I got to top that last one. Yeah, for clout. So then, obviously, she has competition in that whole world with the OnlyFans models, right? I would imagine like they probably have like their top models, and they got the mid models, and then they got their low tier models, right? Obviously, there's going to be right. There's going to be a spectrum there. So she's trying to get to the top. She has to look at everything else everyone else is doing and figure out, how do I beat them? How do I top that, and that to make myself more?
You ain't gonna beat the top tier of the top tier. And
there's always a new person coming in.
No,
right?
It's a revolving.
You're absolutely yes. You're absolutely right. There are new people, but soon, soon, over across the ocean, they will create the perfect woman, and they'll program her.
Oh, robots!
He's talking about Japan. He's talking about Japan and their sex bots, which if we haven't covered that in 2024, they're this close to making artificial intelligent wives.
I saw a video.
Japan.
Saw a video the other day, and these guys were marketing this a sex doll, and the guys, and they weren't Japanese. There's multiple countries doing this, Jesus.
Oh, I know there are, but Japan's the biggest one because they're men are. China's really big on it too. I've heard.
We get horny sometimes.
Like, they've got. Well, I mean, look at China's whole like ratio men to women, right? There's more men than women. They fucked it all up. They fucked it all up. Yeah, I know. That was back in what, the 1960s or some shit?
80s or something.
1980s. Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't even remember.
What do you think robots are going to do, man? What do you think the robots are going to do?
Cook, clean.
Yeah.
They're gonna drive our population extinct, man. We're gonna be extinct.
Dude, this is that episode I told my wife about this, and this is that episode of Futurama that they predicted a long time ago. There's an episode where Fry gets a sex bot, and he gets it in the likeness of Lucy Liu, right? His favorite actor or whatever, or actress.
From back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day. But that was his favorite actress, and then like the professor was all mad at him about it and everything, and saying, "Hey, like this is inappropriate." Even Bender like was against him on it and everything. And the professor showed him a video about it was like a scare tactic for like a sex scare tactic thing that said like you and your sex bot kind of thing. Don't do it. Because this is what will happen, right? Everyone will start going to sex bots more and more and more and more. Then the population will slowly but surely die off. And then the last humans right there is like, farewell. And then he dies, right? And then all that's left is just a sex bot right there by his deathbed. No more humans.
No more humans.
Tragic.
Yeah.
Tragic.
That's effectively the prediction that Futurama made all those years ago.
We're living through an iconic time right now.
Right. We'll most likely in the coming years. I'll be honest with you,
DARPA. Well, hold on. So DARPA is making fucking AI robots that can jump, backflip, run, sprint, all that shit. And
a matter of time before they're riding you.
Terminator. Yeah, that's the next fucking Terminator. Meanwhile, all the other Asian countries are taking that same concept and making them into a sex bot. So we have one on each side of the spectrum here. One for war, death, and killing. One for sex.
What's going to win?
Who's going to win? Yeah, which one's going to kill us first?
Is it love, war?
Well, it's lust. Or,
no. I like Jose's love or war.
Love or war. You got to pick. There's one or the other. One or the other.
Yeah. Do you
want that bot or fight that bot? What you want?
Do you want to use that testosterone for fighting or for loving?
Come on. Be truthful to yourself. Now I know that's what's gonna happen. No,
we're gonna get to that point.
Yeah, it's already getting to that point. Maybe. Look, I already told y'all about the fucking weird shit Japan's doing. Like they're making their sex bots being able to like actually carry. Well, yeah, they do. But they're
making them to carry
an actual like test tube baby. No, it's like to carry a baby to term.
That's what it is.
They're right, doing that.
Don't laugh.
To in vitrally fertilize.
Yes, a sex bot.
Yes, a sex bot. Yeah. So that's how the most likely combat against that.
Yeah, I know. They have a declining birth rate. It's been like that for the last 10 years. I think 20 now at this point. Yeah.
Everybody's got declining birth rates for whatever reason.
I think though we might be still good. I think there'll be I think the majority of people will still want flesh.
Well, let's hope so.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Billy Phillips on 101 guys that wanted that.
Yeah, but here's the scary thing. Here's the scary thing.
Can't do that with 101 robots.
Here's the scary thing, though. Like, they are getting eerily close to making these things lifelike. Like, if you read the articles, you watch they have documentaries on this shit on YouTube and everything. If you actually watch it, they're fairly informative. They get eerily close, and like they are this fucking close. It's a small gap.
I mean, AI is advancing, and I'll give it that. It's advancing at a fast rate. I don't think in our lifetime we're going to see our idea of that kind of robot. You know what I mean? We're not going to get like cyberpunk style kind of robot in our lifetime.
If we're talking cyberpunk, they're just going to fucking put a jack in the back of your head and you can just do all that stuff virtual.
You can do all that, but I mean, like in the real world, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I know.
Yeah. I don't imagine we're gonna see something like that in our lifetime.
You never know. I mean, technology accelerates at a very fast pace.
Yeah, and it's been accelerating very quickly within the last 4 or 5 years.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
But that's the thing
I think we'll do something with the moon before then,
or Mars. Like Elon.
I think we're gonna do something with the moon before we have.
What you mean blow it up?
Harvest all the cheese. Remember that saying we heard when we were a kid that the moon is secretly made of cheese?
Yeah.
Who started that?
I don't know. I don't know where that came from.
That was way back. That was like
that's an old saying too. Oh yeah,
that was like in the year thousands.
Yeah.
Advertising campaign or something.
Yeah, that's what it was from. Because I remember they had those little ads they would play. Well, wanted to cover a couple more things here because we're getting close to time. But one other thing I want to cover in 2024, which I thought was pretty wild, just as wild as the sex bots here talking about. Freaking Diddy the Diddler.
Ooh.
Have y'all?
Ooh.
Yeah, that was a really big one.
So now every Hollywood celebrity is like connected to Diddy in some way.
Yeah,
they're so fast to distance themselves from
I know. A lot of them left the country too, apparently.
Yeah.
Why'd they leave?
Ellen was one.
Why'd you leave?
Why'd you leave?
Didn't Oprah leave? Wasn't she connected to this too?
I haven't kept up with.
I mean, there's definitely pictures of her out there with Diddy.
Yeah,
Obama's had,
but I haven't kept up with Oprah. I don't know what's going on there.
You know, there's a lot of
big names.
Connections. Yeah, a lot of names.
Yeah.
But
wasn't there also an attempted assassination too? Like they tried to silence someone that was tethered to this.
What the fuck?
This whole Diddy scandal. Yeah.
What's going on with these rich people and like killing each other, man?
Yeah. I mean, it was like another Epstein or no. They're trying to prevent a murder because there's going to be like another Epstein situation. So I forgot the guy's
Diddy
name.
is in the same jail in New York that Epstein was in when he got.
My thing is,
that's right. That's Diddy himself. They're trying to keep him from getting killed.
Out. He wants to stay out of jail. Yeah, because he thinks.
Yeah, because they're going to kill him in jail. They're
trying to prevent. They're trying to prevent the.
Another hanging, just like Epstein's. Really?
That
looks like
suicide.
Looks like a stab wound to me.
Suicide.
And nobody saw anything.
He slit his own throat from ear to ear. It's like, I don't know anyone that'd be crazy enough to do that kind of shit. Like, not since feudal Japan. Okay, so
yeah. Nah, people get crazy. People get desperate.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That is absolutely. Yeah, I did hear about Diddy. I did hear about all.
Because he got arrested he was indicted really on a bunch of charges.
What was he? Okay, so he got arrested.
Trafficking, poisoning people, underage girls, like all that shit. And when they raided his house, well, we all know what they found.
Yeah. Okay, so I didn't recall what they raided, why they got the permission to raid his house for, but I know that they found over 1,000 bottles of baby oil. It was so bad. It was so bad the cops are slipping all over the fucking place.
Well, I don't know about that. But
that's what I had heard. I've read in one of the articles.
1,000 bottles of baby oil.
I'll have to find they just found them all over the place. Apparently, they were just like stacked all over the house. They weren't even.
Was it like
on
the
garage?
Was there a
they
closet?
were just on the counter. Just on the counters, coffee table. Yeah, they said like if you. I'll see if I can find the article again. It was a couple months ago that I read it, but they mentioned like there was actually a problem because there was all over the floor, some open bottles, some on the top of like cabinet or tables and stuff like that.
Heard that. I haven't seen any pictures of like where the stash was.
I'll see if I can find it. If I recall, that one was a credible source. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but that's what I remember reading.
Right. But like,
I'll try and find it.
Like, before we find out for sure, let's speculate here a little bit. Where would you put 1,000 bottles?
Attic.
I mean, he's rich. He's probably got a pretty big home.
Garage just to the ceiling with this.
I mean, if he's got that much baby oil,
get that?
With money like
in.
That's true.
Pallets of baby oil, like,
or did he just buy them one after the other? Right, just like
a lot of individual purchases.
Collected them.
Just like a shopping cart. Nothing but baby oil.
You know, the biggest loser in all of this is Johnson & Johnson.
Baby oil company.
Their biggest customer.
Yeah. That's the biggest
now.
Their brand,
their biggest
all over his house.
No longer buying. Yep. Like, damn. That whole account is up in smoke.
They're gonna now associate it with something completely different.
Yeah, it's Diddy the Diddler is what they're going to be associated with.
Got to rebrand.
They're going to have
if he had a preferred brand. Like, was it Johnson & Johnson?
I'm pretty sure if he has 1,000 bottles of Johnson & Johnson, that pretty much screams that's his preferred fucking brand.
Preferred brand, yeah. But was it all mixed up?
I don't know.
Do they sell baby oil by the gallon?
That's suspicious.
I mean, I see like
that's fucking suspicious. I don't know why you would. Yeah, like I know it's like the 25% extra bottles that you see, but I don't think they're going to sell you like a fucking jug of baby oil. That just seems kind of suspect. Why do you need a jug of baby oil?
No, you never know. Maybe you run a daycare center or a freak off show.
Oh my god!
Those are the only two scenarios, right?
What? So it's like you talking about a lucky show or some shit like that.
His employees like go out and buy that for him. Like in teams.
Oh, so that it's not like tethered to him directly. It just looks like a bunch of random purchases.
Would that be weird though? Like their assistants, like, man, he just ordered it yesterday. You know, it's like he's making me go out and get more today.
What the hell, God? Can you imagine those employees like in the aisles of the store going, "I don't get paid enough for this shit, man. I'm grabbing.
Let me get like 10 fucking bottles. What is the cashier
filling up the shopping cart with this shit?
I look like a fucking weirdo buying all this. Why?" Yeah, it pays the bills, I guess.
Yeah, right.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Freak offs, the Diddy freak offs, which are now becoming super infamous.
You're telling me, dude.
We're waiting to find out more. What happens. But Diddler.
Yeah.
Diddy the Diddler, diddle, diddle, diddle.
Auto-tune is back. It's come back.
Auto-tune
is coming back from behind.
It's coming back with a vengeance. And then the lawyer, remember he tried to blame Costco?
What?
When asked, like, hey, well, why are there 1,000 bottles of baby oil? And he's like, oh, well, there's a Costco down the street. It's cheaper to buy in bulk, so he just bought in bulk.
Yeah.
And then Costco came out and said, we do not sell baby oil. That is a lie. That is untrue. None of our stores sell baby oil.
None of them. It's like immediately the day they found out. It's like, take it off the item. Take it off the item list.
Themselves.
I know.
Like, oh my God. The lawyer's in for an uphill battle.
Dude, it's a losing battle. Yeah, it's a fucking losing fight. Like, there's no way there's no way to explain why you have that much baby oil. He's got no babies.
Yeah.
And obviously he's got all these other scandals tied to him. Bunch of lawsuits, just horrendous, disgusting things that he's got. Yeah. So it's kind of hard not to put 2 and 2 together and then get 4 with you're using this for some fucked up shit. Yeah, the dot. It's not hard. There's a dotted line right there for me to follow with my marker. That's it.
And it's leading to the freak offs.
Yeah. To the freak offs. There's no guesswork to that whatsoever. There's just a fucking guide right there. That's it. Mm-hmm. Jesus Christ.
Baby oil.
Baby oil bandit.
Oh my God.
Oh, we can't really call him a bandit if he paid for all that.
Diddy, the baby oil bandit.
I'm gonna get a NOS after this.
I'm gonna need an energy drink after this fucking nightmare. Oh
God
my
damn,
god,
dude! That damn rant. Look, so summarizing that damn. I'll summarize this real quick. The part of the podcast that kind of bothered me the most was that fucking. Obviously, we know it was that. I'm still on it.
Sex robots?
Yeah, no, not the fucking sex robots. The other thing that involves sex with 1,000 men. I don't.
Oh, the 1,000 men record.
It's not healthy. I should probably try to get. Yeah, I need to talk to a therapist. I need to figure out why I'm still stuck on that. Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's kink for you.
Something's going on.
Hey, some people are saying that. Oh no! A lot of that shit. If you looked up the stuff, so remember we covered. I think we covered that in April, actually, didn't we?
We did the Pornhub.
Yeah.
Shut down.
So I think Texas is even starting to shut down on like anything sex related like that too. So like anything to do with like sex bots or what have you, like there's a hard stop on a lot of that.
Trying to keep everybody focused. A lot of states are doing it too.
They're trying to keep everyone's nose clean.
But they know the end. They know the end result of sex robots.
Look. It's a lucrative business, obviously, because if it wasn't, it wouldn't have even gotten to where it is now.
During the battle of the sex robots,
it's hard.
Remember Texas.
As much as I hate to admit that, it is. I mean, because again, sex, drugs, all that shit sells. It's unfortunate, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
So
what were you upset about, Nigel?
Sorry,
that was it. No, that was my.
That was it. You just wanted to revisit the Lily Phillips.
I don't want to talk about it no more.
Okay, because she wants to when she attempts to break the world record, she wants to have like a room with 2 doors. Guy walks in.
Okay, so there's one's for inbox, one's for outbox. Just in and out.
Yeah,
gents,
and that's gonna be like 2 pumps.
Oh my god,
I don't know if that's.
I don't know. She's gonna die. I think that's what's gonna happen. She's gonna die.
Why is she dying?
There's 1,000 dudes.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm just telling you right now.
Okay, but where is the death coming from?
Oh my god, I don't know, dude. Overstimulation.
Overstimulation.
I don't know. Okay. You tell me how you're gonna feel after 1,000 dudes in 24 hours. You think you're gonna want to continue living after that? I don't think so.
I'll tell you what it is.
She's gonna get depressed.
Probably.
I'm surprised she's not even. She's not depressed after 100 in one day.
She did. She broke down and
she broke. And then she came out the next day. I was like, "Oh, we're gonna add a 0 to that."
Guys, listen. Okay,
dumb bitch.
Look, listen.
No,
it's disgusting. All right, it's disgusting. All right.
No doubt.
I won't talk about it no more.
No doubt.
Okay. All right. Fine.
We'll talk
it's
about
gross.
It's gross. We'll bring it up when we find out the end result of her 1,000 dude fiasco.
Yeah, I'm so interested in that, though. I do want to know the results.
Let us know what you guys think.
Yeah, let us know what y'all think. Right?
You think she'll get it? You think she won't get it? Is she going to fall short?
She's going to fall short. She's going to hit like 102, and she's like, you know what? This is a bad idea. But then like everyone's be like, nope, you signed up for this.
I know. There's going to be 900 dudes.
Yeah.
Like, hey, what are we
also, like, is she just going to have like 1,000 dudes just like lined up outside her door? They're all just gonna be waiting.
My mind, like
waiting for a roller coaster at Six Flags or some shit.
Stop giving me these images.
Right, like they're just waiting.
When the first record was
waiting for the ride.
It was done like in Germany at some warehouse.
Oh my god, dude! They're gonna be like a bunch of fucking.
She's gonna plan to do it. I have
probably the same warehouse. There's all like packed like a bunch of sardines waiting their turn. Oh my god, this is gross. Just even thinking about it. I know.
There's some gross stories.
There's a lot of gross stories to happen in 2024.
From Diddy,
there's gonna be some more in 2025.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's my prediction.
More than likely, and we'll be there to cover it when it happens. Well, yeah.
Totally.
But
already.
But yeah,
hopefully
like I said, they'll do it for us. Tune in to Spotify or any other podcasting service that you like to use, and YouTube for our VR podcast later this week. Until then, we'll see y'all later. And peace and happy new year, everyone. Happy 2025. Happy 2025.
Don't let the sex robots take over.
Don't let the sex robots bite.